Hello, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to another Zoom with me, if you are familiar with me. So today, actually, I would like to invite you to a class that I'm doing in June, in early June. Some of you already know that. It's the Relationships Done Different masterclass, 2.5-day masterclass, where we will explore all kind of possibilities with relationship, including not losing you in relationship, and including not judging you in relationship, and including not judging your partner in relationship, or should I say partners with S if you have multiple partners, but keep that to yourself. Okay, so and including not being affected by judgments from your partners. Okay, how many of you, when your partner judges you, you always react and then you go into a fight? Does that ever work? Well, never, but you will still keep doing. So this is why relationship is such a funny and fun topic and very insane topic on earth. So this is actually one of my favorite classes to facilitate, and I'm surprised that I actually find this class to be one of my favorite. Okay, so for a lot of you that you know me, I'm single and I have no plan to get into a relationship anytime soon. So at first I thought like, why am I facilitating this class? But now I enjoy doing this class a lot because I see a lot of people change and get to new possibilities that they never have before. I just yesterday, I just finished a foundation class, and one of the participants in the class, she said like, I so wish I found access before I got married. Okay, so how many of you have some similar point of view like this? Okay, because I have heard it again and again. Oh, someone waved at me. Hello. You know, it's like, if I knew access, then maybe I won't get married, or maybe I won't have children, or something like this. No, it doesn't have to be like this. Okay, if you desire a relationship, if you desire to have children, go for it. Okay, the problem is not because of the relationship. The problem is because you have never, oh, someone said I cannot say that. Yeah, you are married, your husband is with you watching this class. Okay, so the problem is not with relationship. I want to say husband. The problem is, or maybe the husband is the problem. Okay. Oh, when I say the husband is a problem, I can sense a lot of alignment and agreement from a lot of you. What's wrong with you? Everything that brings up, okay, let's clear this first. Okay, what a strange way to start Zoom. And the first clearing is about everywhere that you think your husband is wrong, your husband is a problem. Or if you don't have a husband right now, you have already decided, predetermined your future husband will be the problem, but you still want to get into a relationship and marriage because that's what you have to do. You have no choice, you must do. If you have a family, then you are correct, you are right. Will you please destroy and credit, please? Right, wrong, good and bad, park and part, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Wow, that has a lot of energy. And for those men, okay, let's be fair, okay? So, so everywhere that your wife is the problem or your future wife will be the problem, but you can never say it out loud, because if you say it out loud, you are in deeper trouble. Okay, let's pretend you have not heard this before, okay? Even hearing this from me is a wrongness in your word. Everything that is times a gazillion, will now please destroy and credit all. Right, wrong, good and bad, talk and part, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, I can see one man yawning, like a lot of stuff being released. Shh, don't let your wife know, okay? So that's why I keep saying that relationship is such a funny thing, okay? And it's also one of the most insane things on earth. And when I say it's one of the most insane things on earth, I don't mean you have to avoid it. The problem is not with the relationship. The problem is because of almost no one has ever been educated about how to be in a relationship. And by presenting you this idea of being educated to be in a relationship is such a strange thing in your world. You're like, what? This is something that we need to get education about? Well, that's why your relationship is the way it is right now, okay? Because of you have never been taught, okay, how to be you in relationship. You only get into a relationship for some strange reasons. How many of you have had experienced this yourself, or have seen someone doing this? They will say things like, I don't know why I'm in love with this person. I don't know why I'm in this relationship. I don't know why I'm no longer in this relationship. It's like things happen without you choosing. Okay, so relationship is something that if you, okay, I want to say do it right, but this is not about doing it right. But if you will, if you do it, if you have it based on choice, okay, not based on necessity, okay, it's a lot easier. Okay, so what do I mean based on choice and not a necessity? Some of you here are single, I believe, okay, and some of you are married. And the funny thing is, a lot of single people wish they are married, and then a lot of married people wish that they are not. Okay, don't raise your hand and don't nod if that's you, okay? That's okay, so what do I mean by that? For a lot of people, including me in the past, you know, when you reach a certain age, and if you notice that people around you, your friends, they have a relationship, whether they're happy or not, you don't care. But if they have a relationship and you don't, then you think something is missing in your work. And then you will have all your those family members or relatives will be asking you the same question again and again. When are you going to get married? Okay, so a lot of people actually get into a relationship not by choice. Okay, they think it's a choice, but actually that is not a choice. That is a choice based on someone else's need. For example, your mom wants you to be in a relationship. Your mom wants you to get married. Okay, so that you can do the same mistake like her. Oh no, okay. Sorry, I shouldn't say that out loud. Oh my God, what happened to me tonight? Okay, hold on, Ryan. Okay, calm down. Okay, was I too honest? Okay, now let me tell you what. People that have a great relationship, they don't really like have any point of view about what other people choose or not choose. Okay, people that don't have great relationship, and these are the people that will always give you advices like what you should do, like you should get into a relationship, so that you will be like them. So that, you know, when you have a problem, if you are the only one having that problem, you feel really bad. If someone else has the same problem or similar problem like you, then you feel like, oh my God, I'm not the only one. Okay, so how many people are unhappy in their relationship and they wish more people would join them, and you perceive that energy and you kind of jump into that, and then you do the same thing. Now you wish more people join you. Everything that is times a Godzillion will now please destroy and play it all. Right, wrong, good and bad, pop and pot, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, tonight is like a comedy show. Okay, so yeah, what if relationship can actually be something that brings you so much joy, happiness, laughter, and so on and so forth, and money? Okay, of course, I need to add that. I always need to mention that. Okay, because your point of view is, if it doesn't bring me money, okay, I can never be truly happy. Yeah, okay, so now, if you would like to have a relationship, you have to really ask yourself this question, okay? Why? Okay, why do you want to have a relationship? If those answers that come out from your crazy, insane mind is, oh, because of I'm this age, I should, because of someone else want me to be like this, blah, 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 blah. Okay, then you now start to have a clue. You don't really want that relationship or to be in a relationship. Okay, you just want to fulfill someone's need. And then in that case, you will be in a relationship that you don't like and you don't enjoy. Okay, so relationship done different. This is a very special class in Access, and let me tell you what, it's one of the most exciting and also one of the most challenging class. Okay, because people have so many expectations and points of view and judgments, definitely judgments about relationship. So let me ask you this question, okay? But you don't have to answer me, okay? Because this will be something that challenge your honesty. But how often do you have a point of view like, if that person wouldn't treat me this way, or they would treat me this way, then I wouldn't have this problem in a relationship. Okay, so when you have a point of view like this, okay, a lot of you still nodding, you are so honest. It's their fault, okay? Why do I need to go to a class when it's not my fault, it's their fault? If they would love me the way I decided they should love me, then we will have a happy relationship. Unfortunately, there's no such thing as the right way to love you or the right way for you to love them. Okay, so now let's talk about judgment. If you need to get it right, which a lot of people do, oh, who unmuted? So if you have the need to get it right, you need to look at what's the underlying points of view and beliefs that you have. Okay, if you need to get it right, you actually function from a lot of uncertainty. It's something like, okay, I must get it right. Okay, otherwise if something bad will happen, otherwise I would lose this person or something like this. And when you okay, now let's not talk about just relationship, but in general, in any area of your life, when you want to get it right, is it still fun? Okay, when you want to get it right, you know, so there are things that you do very easily and do well. You do it from the joy. Okay, ooh, someone's being naughty. Okay, so when you want to do it to get it right, it won't be fun. And this is what is going on planet Earth right now. You want to do it right, and then you want your partner to do it right your way, and your partner want to do it right, and your partner want you to do it right his way or her way. Okay, now both of you have different set of points of view, different set of agendas, and good standard of what does it mean to have an ideal relationship. Okay, what is an ideal relationship? Now let me ask you this question. If everyone, let's say COVID takes the life of everyone, okay, COVID kills everyone, okay, you and your partner are the last two creatures on earth, will you still care about having an ideal relationship? COVID, you need to work harder. Okay, so okay, see, if there's no one else, okay, you won't be bothered to try to get it right or to try to make it perfect or try to get it ideal. Okay, the idea of having an ideal relationship or perfect relationship is actually you want to prove to someone else so that someone else won't judge you. Okay, and that is not fun at all, because if you have the point of view of I want to get it right, every day in your life, everything that you do, everything that you say to your partner or maybe to yourself, before you say it or do it or choose it, in your mind your mind has to work really hard like a supercomputer, like calculating all possibilities. If I say this, will I be right? Okay, if I say this, how will this person judge me? Will they still like me? Okay, so you lose all the choices that you should have. But if you have a relationship that your target is fun, okay, see, now it sounds really insignificant, right? I have a fun relationship, but there's nothing right about it. Okay. It's so insignificant that no one would think that's valuable for them to choose. Okay, so but you don't have to be one of these normal people. Okay, normal people want to have a right relationship that everything is about the rightness and the seriousness and maybe the perfection. But for you, you are always the strange one. Okay, whether you realize that or not, whether you admit that or not, you are always the strange one. Okay, so why not you don't follow the majority? You don't have to be subjected to how everyone is doing relationship. Okay, now would that give you more freedom? Yes, of course the answer is yes, but will you choose it? That's the most important question. Okay, and I'm not asking your mind, because your mind will be like, yes, yes, yes. Okay, but feel it. Okay, will you choose it? Do you have the courage to choose it? Or do you still think how everyone look at you, how everyone judge you is more important? Okay, so someone said, Henry, so are we normal? Well, yeah, none of you are normal, okay? Let me tell you this, none of you are normal. So you don't need to have a normal relationship. So the title tonight is how much do you judge you in relationship, okay? So let's do some clearing. I have about another 13 minutes, then I need to go. Tonight, this Zoom will be a little bit shorter. So what have you decided a good relationship is and should be and should look like, and you are using that as the best standard to judge you and your partner 24/7, non-stop? Everything that is times a gajillion, we will now please destroy and credit all. Right, wrong, good and bad, talk and part, or nine shots, boys and beyonds. Wow, I wish I can repeat that. Now I'm looking at Tina. Oh yes, she got it. Thank you, Tina. So, what have you decided a good relationship is, should be, or should look like, that you are using that as the best standard to judge you and your partner 24/7, non-stop? Everything that is times a gajillion, will now please destroy and credit all. Right, wrong, good and bad, talk and part, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Let me repeat that again. That has a lot of energy. You all should put this on a loop and run it like 24/7. Okay. Every time you judge, you need to run it. Okay. So what have you decided a good relationship is, should be, and should look like, and you are using that as the best standard to judge you and your partner 24/7, non-stop. Everything, even when you are sleeping. And then you will do sleepwalking and slap your partner like, you are still wrong, and then your partner is like, ooh, what did I do wrong? Okay, you didn't say I love you in your dream, in my dream. Okay, so something like this. Everything there is times a gazillion. Will now please destroy and credit all. Right, wrong, good and bad, talk and pot, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. What have you decided a good relationship is, should be, and should look like, and you are using that as the best standard to judge you and your partner 24/7, non-stop, even when you are sleeping? Everything that is times a gazillion. Will now please destroy and credit all. Right, even when you are having sex. Oh yeah, oh, I shouldn't have said that. That triggered even more judgments, even more energy. You didn't touch me the right way. Everything that is times a gazillion. Will now please destroy and credit all. Then if you have that judgment of the other person, you are probably judging yourself. How can I touch this? How should I touch him or her so that I'm right? Everything that is times a gajillion. Will now please destroy and credit all. Right, wrong, good and bad, talk and part, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Oh yeah, I'm sure you don't do that, okay? Run that again. So what have you decided a good relationship is, should be, and should look like, and you are using that as the best standard to judge you and your partner 24/7, non-stop, even when you sleep, even when you are having sex. And even when you are not having sex. Okay. Everything that is times a gazillion. Will now please destroy and credit all. Right, wrong, good and bad, talk and part, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, so well, I don't know what else I need to tell you. That's such a good clearing that now my mind is kind of empty and your mind is a little bit more spacious than before. Okay, so I wonder if anyone have any questions that I can, while I'm answering you, that I can make fun of you at the same time. Okay, so that's how it works. Okay, if you ask a question, it means you give me the permission to make fun of you. I'm in such mood to make fun of everyone and everything tonight. All right, so anyone have any question? If you're there. Oh my God. I can feel like some of you really want to ask a question, but it's like, Yeah, sure. Okay, Dharma, go for it.
Actually, this is like a bit weird for me to ask, but what's the best way of relationship than different?
Cool. And where's the weird part? I'm still waiting for the weird part.
I know. Because it's like when I'm asking this, it's like I'm avoiding it since I knew access so much that love is a distractor implant and everything about that. And that's the thing that I'm asking. What's relationship done different
Okay.
is for me now?
I'm so
It's like I'm
disappointed. There's
avoiding it.
nothing weird about your question.
Yeah, I know, because I'm like confused right now
Okay,
and it
yeah.
felt like chaos at this moment.
Yeah, cool. Let me answer that. Thank you for your question. So, for some of you here, you are like quite new to access, and you may not even have heard about this thing called the distractor implants. Some of you, of course, you have done a lot of access classes. So, in our, I would say in our mind, okay, but actually it's in our energy. So in our world, in our energy, in our mind, we have been implanted with so many points of view, thoughts, or realities, and whatever that you think you must be or do, you should do it this way. For example, when it comes to relationship, how many points of view do you have about how it should be? Okay, that you don't even know where you got those points of view. Okay, a lot of those points of view come from, for example, TV, okay, movies, love stories, whatever. Okay, but there are still a lot of those that you have no idea where they came from. So we actually have been implanted with a lot of things. And one of the thing that we call distractor implants is love. And a lot of people don't understand why love is a distractor implant. So as the name suggests, a distractor implant is something that implanted in you to distract you. Okay, and when you get so distracted, you cannot choose easily. You don't have clarity, and then you will end up judging you a lot more. And then usually you will try to use your mind to figure out how to solve this problem, but your mind will only contribute to making things worse. Okay, so it's like the more you try to fix it, the more you are stuck in the wrongness. Okay, so such a fun thing, right? So, and love is one of these things. And why is love a distractor implant? A lot of people, I actually noticed that a lot of people hate it when Gary Ordain, the founder of Access, when Gary Ordain talk about love being a distractor implant, a lot of people hate it because people have a lot of points of view about, oh, like love conquers everything. Okay, love will solve all the problems. Okay, so but you see, yes, this is a point of view, but do you see people actually choose that? Or is it only a fantasy, a point of view that people use against each other? Okay, and how often have you been manipulated in the name of love? Okay, and so what does it mean being manipulated in the name of love? Or maybe you manipulate someone in the name of love. You tell your partner like, you didn't do this. I thought you loved me. Oh, okay, is this familiar? Okay, it doesn't have to be partner. It could be from parents to children. Okay, and even children to parents as well. Some children are really manipulative. So, when someone say this thing to you, you feel bad, you feel wrong, you feel like you want to fight back. And at the same time, you also like, okay, then I need to prove I love you, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so it's like a concept that doesn't give you any sense of choice and freedom. Okay, so that's why it's a distractor implant. But it doesn't mean you should avoid love. Okay, so this is where I will answer Dharma's question directly. If you clear all the distractor implants of love, love becomes something that you do by choice, not by having no choice, and love becomes something that you can enjoy, and the relationship becomes something that can contribute to you. Okay, so what do I mean? A relationship becomes something that can contribute to you. If a relationship is not something that expands your world, why are you having one? Okay, So just now I asked, why do you have a relationship? I hope you all answer that to yourself, like after this Zoom. Take some time with yourself and then really ask yourself, why do I want a relationship? Most people want a relationship so that they will be seen as right and normal, so that they can finally fit in. They won't be judged by their family members, or they won't feel bad when they see other people showing off, like, this is my boyfriend buying the diamond ring for me or something like this. Okay, so, but you see, then in that case, you force yourself to go into a relationship and you choose a relationship that doesn't expand your life. Okay, and I have also heard a lot of people say things like, Gary and Dane, they don't like relationship. They are against relationship. No, we are not. Okay, Access has nothing against relationship, but we have everything against a stupid and bad and terrible and awful relationship. So, so with this thing called the distractor implant, and of course, distractor implant is just one of them, and there are so many other things, so many other crazy things. People keep choosing a terrible relationship, and if this is something that has been going on with you and you have been thinking about changing it, okay, and remember, please pay attention to what I said. If you have been thinking of changing it, okay, not thinking that someone else should change it, okay, so then you stand a chance to actually have a greater relationship. If your point of view is someone else should change, not me, it's not going to work that well. Okay, so relationship is something that it really challenge your vulnerability with yourself, all right, and your honesty with yourself. Can you be honest with yourself, and also can you accept yourself as who you are? Okay, because this is the most important thing. If you can have a good relationship with yourself, you can have a good one with others. If you cannot have a good relationship with yourself, this is where the problem begins. People that don't love themselves, they are looking for someone else to love them. Okay, and then with the hidden point of view of, if you love me, it means I'm valuable. If you don't love me, then I'm like really wrong. So people get into relationship thinking, so on the surface, it looks like, oh, I love you, you love me. Okay, so then we get together. So that's on the surface. Underneath the surface, it's like, I need to have a relationship to prove I'm right. Okay, so then, so the first day of relationship, both of you are happy. Okay, I hope. And then after a few days, all these things under the surface start to come out. And this is where you try so hard to press it down, like, no, 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 and then it still come out. Okay, then relationship becomes something that is not fun anymore, and then the judgment begins, and then as soon as judgment begins, okay, then more problems come. Okay, so that's why I said people are not educated to be in a relationship. They only do it based on some strange point of view that they have been implanted with, or they duplicated from people around them. You see your family, you see your parents do that, so you copy that. Okay, so that's why it's an insane thing. So please know, love, there's nothing wrong with love. You just need to poke and pot the distractor implant about love. Okay, so since we talk about this, so all the distractor implants connected to love, every implanted point of view that you have about love or being loved and self-love, will you please destroy and credit all and give yourself a lot more ease and freedom with regard to this topic. Right, wrong, good and bad, punk and pot, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay, so let me run that long clearing again. Oh, it's almost time I need to go. So what have you decided a good relationship is, should be, and should look like? And you are using that as the best standard to judge you and your partner 24/7 non-stop, including when you're sleeping and including when you're having sex. Everything that is times to Godzilla will now please destroy and credit all. Right, wrong, good and bad, talk and part, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Yeah. What have you decided a good relationship is, should be, and should look like? And you are using that as the best standard to judge you and your partner 24/7 non-stop, including when you're having sex. Or if you are not having sex, something is still wrong. Everything that is times a gazillion, please destroy and credit off. Right, wrong, good and bad, hot and pot, all 9 shots, boys and beyond. Sex is actually another distractor implant as well, okay? But it doesn't mean you should avoid sex, okay? It just means you can get clear about how to choose it, have it, and enjoy it. But that's another huge topic. All right, everyone, so I hope you have fun tonight with this. I don't know what this is. It's kind of like a comedy show. But I hope while you're laughing, you actually learn something, and I get to facilitate you in having more awareness around relationship. So consider this as the beginning of you realizing there is a different possibility. You don't have to do relationship just because you have to, or do it like how everyone else is doing it, or do it the way you have been doing it previously, okay? Because every relationship is different. Even if you have a way of to have a relationship that worked in the past, it doesn't mean you can use the same way to start your next relationship. Okay, you cannot treat this person and that person the same way and expect to be treated the same way. Okay, so relationship is something that can be fun and contribute to you. And in Access, we really wish that if you choose to have a relationship, that is something that really contribute to your life, and you get to contribute to your partner. Both expand your world way more, way bigger, more than you by yourself can. Okay, so that's really what Access is about. So my 2.5 day class is, I think, the first. Oh, okay, it's actually not in the 2.5 day format. So it's normally it was before COVID, it's a 2.5 day class, but now because of everything is online, so I will be doing it in 4 evenings. So that, because sometimes for an online class, people get so fried. After 1 hour, you're like, I don't understand why you are talking anymore. Okay, I'm just waiting for the time you tell me, okay, that's it for today, bye-bye. So that's why we split it into 4 evenings, or 5, I don't remember, maybe 4. So that's during the first weekend. Yeah, thank you, Fena. So it's June 5th to 8th of June, okay? So if you're interested, please contact me or Fena or Tina, or however you can find me. Give yourself a different way, different possibility of enjoying relationship. So thank you, everyone. And if you love this Zoom, it will be uploaded to my YouTube. Okay, so you can find it on YouTube to rewatch. Ta-ta, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Ryan.
you.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you.